Z100.
Celebrating our 15th birthday.
Z100 remembers.
The man who started it all, Scott Shannon.
I'll never forget that summer. I spent most of the time at the radio station, the rest of it on the phone at the Meadowlands Hilton, trying to find DJs who wanted to work there. And believe it or not, it was kind of difficult because no one had ever heard of this station, or me. I remember saying, hello, this is Scott Shannon. Would you like to work in New York? And they say, what station are you at, WNBC or WKTU? I'd say, well, neither one. We're going to put a new one on the air. And then I'd hear a click in the dial tone. But somehow we managed to find some young Turks who wanted to be a part of this. And the first lineup of Z100 ZJs was an assortment of ragtag personalities from all over the country. People like Jack the Wax, Shadow Steele, Dr. Christopher Reed, Hollywood Hamilton. Most of them had never even been to New York, let alone worked there, and they were just like me, scared to death.
Z100.
Celebrating our 15th birthday.
Z100 remembers.
The man who started it all, Scott Shannon.
Our station didn't sound very fancy. We just had a few records, and we played them over and over and over and over. I'll never forget those records. Was it Maniac, Flash Dance, Eye of the Tiger, Every Breath You Take, She Works Hard for the Money, 1999 by Prince. We played those songs to death. Finally, the radio station had made enough money so we can go out to a record store and buy some new records, and some of the record companies had noticed that we were on the air, so they sent us some over. But before that, people would call up and say, hey, listen, I'm sick and tired of hearing that Maniac. Can I bring some of my records over? You can play those.
Z100.
15 years and counting. Z100.
Celebrating our 15th birthday.
Z100 remembers.
The man who started it all, Scott Shannon.
Normally, I'm a pretty calm, cool, and collected guy. But on the morning of August the 2nd, 1983, I have to admit I was pretty damn nervous. We were about to sign on a brand new radio station in America's largest market. We had no listeners. We had a broken-down, half-finished studio on the air with a ton of boxes stacked on one side, about 22 records in the whole place, 2 microphones in the building, and there's these 2 DJs with their hands quivering and their legs shaking. Myself and a great guy named J.R. Nelson. Along about 6 o'clock that morning, we looked at each other and said, hey, what the hell? Nobody's listening, so we can't screw it up too bad. Let's sign this sucker on.
It's 8 minutes after 6 a.m., August the 2nd, 1983. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, radio station WHTZ signs on the air. WHTZ is owned and operated by Malwright Communications and broadcasts at a frequency of 100.3 megahertz. Signing on the air, this is WHTZ FM. It's time to wake up.
A brand new radio station was born.
Z100.
15 years and counting.
Transmitting live from the top of the Empire State Building. This is WHTZ FM, Z100 New York. It's time to wake up.
Hey, that's pretty good, buddy. I'll tell you what, let me have your name. I'll see if I can get your job. Another program director.